Hey, how you guys doing? It's the producer from Brothers Comics. Welcome to Who Dey Over 50. We'll talk about that in a second. If you're used to tuning in to Who Dey Over 40, it's been adjusted, but same crew, same bat channel, same bat everything else, just a
Same
little bit of a
sorry
name
ass
change.
team.
Yeah, same sorry ass team. Yeah,
Same
so we
jaded fans. Yeah.
yeah, if you've been with us for a while, you probably haven't seen us in a while, hence the name change and whatnot. We just been away. We made a managerial decision that we just will not dedicate time to this team that doesn't give a hell about us and they don't give a hell about themselves. So, we've been away for a while, but been watching, obviously. A lot of stuff has happened in that time. Today was the final game of the season. We're gonna talk about that and some off-season stuff. And if you're a Buckeye fan, we'll talk a little bit about the Buckeyes today too. At least you got one thing to look forward to in this freaking state. So anyway, we're on the line tonight. I have the two favorite offensive weapons on the line, lined up in the flanker positions. So Sandman, say what's happening.
What in the fuck was that?
Yeah, today was a special kind of screw up. Bengals really, for lack of a better term, shit the bed. Also lined up behind me, 2 yards in the cloud. That's this big hutch. His AJ jersey's 50% off screen name if you're watching on Zoom.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's awful.
$36
Yeah, we'll talk
million
about that later too. Yeah, we'll talk about that
touchdowns.
too.
That's
Yeah, that's awful. Since we last left you, AJ had several games of no catches, but we'll get to that later too. The biggest thing probably since the last time we recorded was Joe Burrow's knee getting wrecked. It seemed like it was inevitable. Hutch talked about it from the offseason since they drafted him that we should have picked up Cam Newton or a body to throw out there to take all these hits. And eventually it just happened, it wasn't Bobby Hart. Yep, it was I think it was Michael Jordan who didn't complete or whatever block. He gets his knee completely caved in a game that they probably would have won, no less too. I mean, just a big deal. He's, we all know Joe Burrow is going to attack rehab like he attacks everything else. I'm sure he'll be ready for game one. There's some videos.
He's already walking.
There's some videos out there him walking with his girlfriend.
He was doing it for 22 years before he came to the Bengals.
Yeah, exactly. So
took half a season. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. It's obviously, he's not somebody that needs his legs so much. Go ahead, Hutch.
I'm worried because I'd be like, let's see here. I get paid the same if I can get, he can get Malachi crushed again. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
And he ain't built like that. I think we all know that. He's not built that way. But it was concerning. Yeah. Obviously, it was concerning, Sandman. And then again, I was watching that, kind of in the periphery or whatever, since we were already in the losing streak stuff. And then, when I heard about it, I was just like, oh God. And Sandman, you've been killing this offensive line all season too. What the hell?
I kill them all damn season. I'm gonna kill them right now. If they don't draft somebody and bring some mofos in here, I'm gonna kill them next year. Everybody in the damn NFL saw this coming, and man, and the news outlets, the sports outlets, they were merciless. It was like, man, we saw this coming. Why did y'all bring somebody in to help protect Joe Burrow?
Or two, or three,
or anybody? And I'm sorry as Bobby Hart 2 years ago and re-signing that Negro ain't a part of the solution. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Bobby Hart. So what? Kid roller skates are now this mofo? Get the hell up out of here, awful. Man. Awful.
In addition to that or whatever, again, we're not going to kill Bobby Hart because it wasn't really him. It was Michael Jordan who hasn't played well.
It was the whole group of them.
Yeah,
it was a community failure.
Voltron, man. It takes 5 to fuck up.
Yeah. I tweeted something a few weeks ago. I was like, the whole line is a bunch of Tito Jacksons. We ain't got a Michael. We ain't even got a Jermaine on that fucking line.
We got a Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Tito's.
Reeby.
So.
Damn.
I heard that show on the radio yesterday. That's why
that's awful.
But yeah,
that's
horrible.
Terrible. Yeah. Well, anywho, so he'll probably be fine. I'm not overly concerned about that. He is going to miss another set of off season though. And again, we'll get to this when we get to coaching too. I think he had already dropped back 36 times when he got his knee wrecked. Enough, man.
Because Zack Taylor's plan is Joe win the game every day.
Yeah.
No running game. Throw it 48 times.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's just an insane amount of dropbacks. It was inevitable. So yeah, that happened. The Bengals won 2 games in a row. That was memorable. The last 2 weeks or whatever. Now look, we're gonna talk about the draft here later in the show, but I mean they beat the Steelers. I don't care how it messed up their draft status. That was maybe the greatest thing that has happened in the last 2 years.
On a Monday night. The last 4 years.
Yes, right. They hadn't beaten the Steelers in 5 years. Just
2 games each year.
Yeah. And again, I came in from someplace with my wife and they were winning. My son's like, "Hey, they're winning." I'm like, "I'm going upstairs. I ain't trying to watch a minute of this. I've seen this show before." And, then later on he comes back and tells me that they won. It was just like, wow, it's hard to believe that, man, that they not only beat the Steelers, they bullied the Steelers. They hit them, knocked them. Man, freaking Juju is still, I just seen them things on Twitter where he hit him and it looked like he had the Sonic rings knocked out of it. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're gonna see that meme from Bengal fans for the next 10 years. Because what else do we have? Yeah, that game was.
And the other part of that is that's 2 that we had taken out of theirs. Them motherfuckers, they wait for us when they see us again. They gonna be like, we remember. The North remembered.
The AFC North remembers. Well, how you feeling about that game that night, Sammy?
Unbelievable. I watched most of it because, I just have a problem with watching catastrophes. I just like watching things just blow up. And otherwise, I didn't even know when the hell I would have watched it. But I was like, I was sitting there like, what's happening? Why are they winning? It made no sense. Gio, they never use Gio that much in any game ever, which is a smack against coaching, I think. But yeah, they couldn't throw the ball because was that Finley? Yeah, that was Finley.
That was unfit Finley.
Unfit Finley.
And Pittsburgh was daring them to throw the ball. So they were using RPO, and I'll be damned if they weren't actually effective using it because obviously he couldn't throw much. He did throw one really nice pass to AJ, probably the pass he's been trying to throw all his life, and it wasn't. He was like 8 of 15 in the game. They just was not going to let him throw the ball very much. So that's how badly off they were. But they still managed to get that one good end of the year Bengal try, like we all know. We all saw in the 90s.
And Tyler Boyd got hurt too, right?
Yeah, I think that's where he did. He bopped. Yeah, it's where he bopped his head or he fell on the back.
He had a concussion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dead cat bounce, I believe is what it's called. The December wins for the Bengals, where they mess up their draft pick status, win some games, don't get their coaches fired. Again, history repeats itself repeatedly. And then they go into next week on the road and get the first win in the Zack Taylor era on the road. And beat the Texans. And it's 37-34 or something crazy like that. Or
37-31, I think.
37-31. Sam Hubbard strip sacks, the only sack they have of the game at the end on Deshaun Watson, and completely mess up their draft status by going on the road and winning that game. Completely, especially given what happened today. Just completely messed up their draft status, but it was good to go see them win. Freaking Brandon Allen or whatever did his best. Freaking Joe Burrow, man, he was amazing in that game. Offensively, they were so good, although the Texans defense is terrible. Huh?
Terrible.
Yeah. Just a bad defense, but they went out there and they won. So
Watt was like, or JJ Watt was like, what the? He went off. He's like, if y'all want to beat Bengals, that's how you play. You want to be a Bengals.
Bro, when you lose to the Bengals, it's time to circle the wagons and have some talks. Yeah, you see what he did. He went off on them.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Right.
They were who we thought they were. I mean, you can cue up the Denny Green speech there, really. I mean, that's basically what it was. I mean, I'm sure they had penciled that in as a dub, and I'm sure we all penciled it in as a loss. I don't think we expected them to go in there. Yeah, I don't think we expected them to go in there and do anything. And, it showed when Zack Taylor, he can coach and call certain plays and games or whatever. And then today happens.
Well, like I said, that's another. The Ravens said we gonna remember Cincinnati because we kicked that BS field goal the first game. They was like, oh yeah, we got something for you, and we suck. So 1 + 1 = 38.
Yeah, I mean, and again, a motivated team trying to play themselves into the playoffs, which they did. A team who, got their bags packed or whatever, didn't have any really thing to play for at all. So, I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise, but the way it happened or how it happened, we're going to get to. So let us set the show for you. So it's 4 quarters and a halftime topic. First quarter, we will talk about this Ravens blowout to end the season. Second quarter, we're going to look at Black Monday tomorrow. The Bengals already jumped the gun on firing some coaches, which, to be quite honest with you, probably played into today's events. You'd be like, hey, man, we're going to fire you tomorrow. Why am I showing up to coach? Hey, you want to do something about them line stunts? Yeah, you want to do something about them line stunts, coach? I'm good. Halftime, we talk about the Ohio State University and their victory over Clemson on Friday night. And third quarter, we're going to talk some draft. It's that time of season year for the Bengals. We're going to talk some draft. And then in the fourth quarter, you may be offended by this, depending upon who you are. If you've ever listened to any of these podcasts before, you should know better. We're in the fourth quarter. We're going to play a game called Bye Nigga. Who played their last game for the Bengals today? Or have played their last game for the season for the Bengals. We'll shout out some names and see if they're actually going to bring themselves back to play for the Cincinnati Bengals in 21-22. All right. So the first quarter, y'all, the Bengals lose big, 38-3. Ravens rush for a fortnight.
404
yards, 404 yards, just off the record of the all-time record of giving up yards. JK all day had
a couple of yards for sitting on the ball at the end.
Yeah, JK had a couple. The quarterback Lamar had almost 100 himself. It's just everybody was running out there, man. Shit. I mean, Marvin Lewis almost got a couple of handoffs. I mean, it was really that bad. So it is what it is. Like we said, there was a team playing for something and a team playing to go on vacation. And clearly the Bengals were ready to get to
their shit
vacation.
Was packed.
Yeah, but an absolute embarrassment today. And at home too. So, I mean, honestly, what the hell? Like, to be honest with you, that I coming off those other 2 performances, how do you have that big of a letdown? You could have let down these 3 games and got our 2 wins, and then we'd be in a different conversation talking about the coach. Sounds like the coach is coming back with some changes, which we'll get to here in the second quarter. But I just don't understand that level of effort today, saying that 400 yards is ridiculous.
Man, it's well, outside of the obvious answer that they just fucking suck, and the coaches, I mean, they didn't do themselves any favors by probably telling them coaches already, like, pack your shit.
Bye, nigga. Bye,
you want to play the game? We could start right
adjective.
there. And and they didn't do themselves any favors. Yeah, I mean, the players they was probably running out to the parking lot with their damn uniforms on. You getting in the cars like over the bridge, you see them flying like, bye, nigga, throwing the uniforms out the car.
Right. Here's a free uniform.
Yeah.
Barely used. No dirt.
I saw I can't remember his Twitter name or whatever, that Bengal fan guy that I think his son got AJ's, like, maybe it wasn't AJ, he got somebody's cleats, jersey, shirt, like me. I guess he went into the tunnel naked because he had damn near everything. So I can't remember who the player was.
Hey, his dog is in here too.
He pull a Corey Dillon, just throw all of his whole uniform in the stands, just run out.
Yeah, exactly. And no, that was Carl Pickens was the one that was singing "This Is It," I think, on his way out. He did the Kenny Loggins. I think that was Pickens.
Corey Dillon, he threw his whole
he threw his stuff
up there. He like
free. He yelled free as he ran off the field. Yeah,
nice. That's awful. So just ends the season. So they wind up, what is it, 4-11
and 1.
Yeah. So
4-1-1.
Yeah, Zack Taylor doubles his win total from last season.
Damn.
Yay, that's terrible. But they double their win total, but they're still terrible. And they're just clearly not ready to fully compete in the AFC North as currently constituted, which is pretty terrible and sad.
Right. Considering the third place team is going, which is also, lightweight awful, but they're going to the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
There was 7
the entire AFC North
to the playoff.
Yeah. Except Cincinnati.
Third one eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. How embarrassing is that?
Awful. All right. So let's get into quarter 2 then, which kind of leads into this. We talked about it already. The Bengals announced some coaching changes ahead of the game. Nick Eason, defensive line coach Nick Eason, I think somebody Chapman got fired, but the biggest
Tracy
fish
Chapman?
Really. The biggest fish that was going to be fried was Jim Turner, the offensive line coach, who couldn't coach anything.
Good.
Somebody. Well, he is he is the freaking Donald Trump of offensive line coaches, because not only is he terrible at his job, he's also a terrible person. So it's hard to get both. Maybe you be good at your job like Nick Belichick and still be a terrible person, but you're at least good at your job. He ain't even good at his job. So he's gonna get the run. And allegedly the rumor out there was that the Bengals was either fire these dudes or you getting fired, which that's not very Bengal-esque in their history or whatever. That's really weird, which would make me think that was a Katie Blackburn call, not a Mike Brown call. But yes, and there's promises of other people to come saying, man, they're going to get run, allegedly.
Well, Mike is operating on borrowed time. Let's just, not to be disrespectful, but brother is not young. That's true. But who can't see that these people that Zack Taylor hired these people to? Him and Jim Turner, I think they're like family, or are they
there's some weird relationship
in-laws
there.
There's some weird nepotism going on between them. So we saw him when he hired him coming in. That was not a good thing whatsoever. And as far as I don't know if we mentioned Amaruno, whatever his name is.
He hasn't gotten fired
yet. Remember when nobody wanted the DC job and he was 5th or 6th in the line? Well, that's why he was 5th or 6th, because that mofo sucks. So
I forgot to answer the phone.
Yeah, well, and honestly, it's a double-edged sword. The defense hadn't been playing that terrible over the second half of the season, but they'd also played some terribly offensive teams. Like all those teams in the NFC East were just terrible offensively, and you lost to all of them too. And tied with one. They just didn't. So they look better, but they can't sack the quarterback, whether it was, injuries, whether they suck, whatever. They're just defensively, never at no point in time you were like, man, that's a pretty good defense. I just think, conditions just set up to the fact that they were able to, play some really bad teams, but still lose, and a part of that is the offense, because the offense was sucking too. And so you keep putting that sorry defense back out there. Eventually, they're going to give up points. But
run down.
Amaruno's he's probably going to get hit on Black Monday. Probably the linebacker coach was Al Golden. He's probably going to get run as well. Pretty much, everybody on the second in the defensive side of the ball is probably going to get run. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any offensive coaches. But I can't imagine bringing back anybody from that defense.
They're all goodbye. And if that offensive coach, offensive line coach, if he's still there,
he's already
he's deep on that list.
Gotta go.
Yeah, they're all. It's just it'll be interesting. And now, after that game, do we say bye nigga to Zack Taylor? I mean, yes, the Steeler game bought him some time, and then you won again. But you have you're 4-31 and 1. Is that right? No, 4-27 and 1.
26, 27, yeah.
Yeah,
something
4-27
like
and 1 in 2 seasons. I mean,
and a
look,
half.
man, everybody's like, oh, David Shula was a terrible coach. David Shula had a couple of 6 and 8 win seasons in there. So
yeah, he's losing to David Shula. So
yeah,
I mean, you can't beat him out. I mean,
on clearly with a team that probably has, if not equal talent, probably better. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I thought the seat. Go ahead.
Well, the killer is that you will never, ever, ever again get a schedule like this where those 10 teams that you had, or 10 games you had to play outside of division were, 7 of those were cupcakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why the Browns are in the playoffs, because they beat the team that they were supposed to.
Yeah. All the other teams beat the team, right? I mean,
except for the Bengals, yeah.
Right, right. The Steelers lose to the Washington Foreskins, but that's the only team that lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and to play, all the season back in your head, and you think about all the games that they would have, could have, should have won. Starting from the Eagles game, probably at least one of the Browns games, the Colts, the Chargers game, the Colts game when you were up 21-0. There's 4 wins right there.
Yep.
There's 4 wins right there, and that's even before you played Dallas, Washington, and the Giants. That's 7 wins. If you had Joe Burrow and a competent team, and that's on top of the 4 that they already had. Or the 4 that they got. So yeah, they should have been a 9, probably 10-win team with those with that schedule, but they're just
that's how bad they are. And that defense is so bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you bring him back? How do you bring him back?
Any other team wouldn't. But we talking about Mike Brown. And
that was a thing also about, look at the whole world, the whole NFL right now. Right. I mean, there's at least, I'm guessing there's at least 2 more coaches gonna get fired tomorrow. At least.
Yeah. Doug Marrone, I think they've already said in Jacksonville's getting run. It'll be interesting to see if Zimmer gets run, only because there's probably potential for him lining up back here.
He would bring him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah,
Chargers, head coach.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
Doug Peterson got the vote of confidence in Philadelphia.
Yeah. There's always that one surprise coach that's going to get fired that you didn't think. So it'll be out there somehow. But yeah, I don't see how you can bring him back. But
the Falcons have been looking for a coach since week 6.
Yeah.
And they're the coaching pool is shallow, and we already had one of the big stank ass catfish in the pool, and we don't want that mother blanker back.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvin interviewing for the Texans job and the Lions job. That could have been a Rooney Rule situation, but it'll be interesting to see if he winds up with one. All right.
Yeah. Real quick, according to ProFootball.com, they saying that it's not certain that Taylor comes back. So take that for what you will.
Yeah, I don't
believe that.
Today didn't help though.
Today did not help.
No, if you go out there and lose,
if you're in the camp of Zack Taylor gets fired, you got a nice gigantic bonfire and some marshmallows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they go out and lose 37-14, it's probably not even an issue. They don't get run for almost a freaking half a grip. I don't think that's the case.
Basically, the overall grade for this year is a big, fat, juicy F.
Yeah. It's only an F because you can't give it a G.
Right. It's It's an F. You got the franchise quarterback got hurt. F.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Paid all this money for this defense.
I would give him an F for that alone. Yeah.
Right. F. You paid $36 million to AJ for 2 touchdowns. I mean, the offensive line. I mean, the whole thing. The other 3 teams in the division are going to the playoffs.
And it might be that for years to come. I mean, you never know.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see.
I don't think he's getting fired. That's the problem.
So we're gonna take a poll here unofficially. So I'm gonna say he probably gets run today, meaning the reason it gets him run. Y'all are both saying no.
It's Mike Brown, man. I just can't see it. I just can't see that.
I really think that if he was gonna get run, that shit would have came out last night with the rest of them just said the whole get rid of all the players.
Nobody's coming back. Yeah.
Right, everybody.
That'd be very un-Bengal-like.
I'm going to the Trump. I'm killing everybody.
Yeah. This town needs an enema. All right. Let's get into a happier topic and get into the halftime tunnel. The Ohio State University defeated Clemson 49-28 on Friday night.
They whooped that ass.
Fuck Hulk Hogan. Different podcast. All right. So if you again, we talk a little bit Ohio State on this podcast, not all the time. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I didn't watch a minute of this as well. Nice. I was out with my wife. So came back or whatever. I think it was 14-7 maybe that they were losing when I first got here. Maybe they just maybe Ohio State had just scored. It was 7-7, something to that effect. But I was just like, I just can't. My son was way into it. All I hear him downstairs clapping and I'm like, I'm trying to sleep. Stop. And and so I didn't see anything of it. I was reading and then I saw some scores on ESPN or whatever. I didn't have my phone. And then I woke up to 91 text messages from the group chat from y'all and my son. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on here? And then I saw that they won. So I will turn it over to y'all, and what y'all thought about that. I love seeing Dabo Swinney get smacked in the face because he is freaking jackwagon a-hole who hides behind his Christianity, and I do not approve. So yeah, fuck Dabo Swinney. And a Trump supporting jackass too. But anywho, beyond that, how did the football game go?
I'd love to tell you I was sitting there watching every play, but I was on the computer playing shit. I had it on in the background because I thought we was going to get Malachi stomped. I ain't even going to try to lie to you.
That's an old reference, sir.
Yeah. Hell, I'm old, so it works. Yeah, man. I didn't start actually watching it for real until like late in the second quarter when they were like this went off on and scored 21 straight points. Yeah. And Justin Field is like, "Oh, you're gonna talk bad about me, mother," and just throwing deep throwing everything, man. I mean, good on you, brother. Yeah, that's how you do it. You punch them in the mouth. That's the only way you're going to shut them up because Clemson got some mealy mouth fans anyway. So. Thank God, man. Thank you. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. Clemson used to be the Ohio State of the ACC where they would get to these situations and couldn't win it. And then Ohio State went through that for a good piece of time and then kind of fell back into it most recently. But, Ryan Day, shuts the critics up for a week. Huh?
For a week. So, but yes, I thought it was going to be an ass whooping. I'm like, the team, we got robbed last year.
Oh God!
Last year now, I guess.
But that shit turned around in this game.
Right, you're right. And I was like, this team ain't nowhere near as good as that team. So, and they still got
we're gonna lose.
Calling Sunshine.
Sunshine.
And so yeah, I thought it was a fait accompli, as they say, that we were gonna lose. We were gonna lose like by at least 10, 15, 20 points. And
20 at least.
Yeah. I was like, damn. But like I said, I was doing my Nightmare on Elm Street shit too. Like, where Freddie at? Where Freddie at? And just, next it's like, we up? We still up?
Way up.
A lot.
3 touchdowns up at one time.
Right. And then I think they got to 28. And I'm like, well, shit. Only people that can fuck this up is Ohio State and the
curse of Ohio, yeah. Yeah, I said to my son, and I haven't read anything to confirm this, but like this felt a lot like I'm gonna kick it old school here too about when Duke lost to UNLV the first time in the NCAA championship, and that team with Bobby Hurley and that group of people, they really, that really stuck in their craw, so to speak. And it just kind of came back to it, and I think that was Justin Fields. Like there was just no way he was going to be able to live down that interception. Like he just couldn't let it go. And that's why he was lobbying so hard for them to come back and play. Like he was like, I got to get this bad taste out of my mouth. And so once he got into that game,
was that way though.
Everybody felt that.
Shit,
Yeah,
they said that shit was in their weight room.
Yeah,
they had the final score. They put the final score up in the weight room.
And in a sense, it's in a weird sort of way, especially kind of what we're talking about here. They were going to get mollywopped by LSU if they got there anyway. But it might have been a good thing to, kind of climb this mountain again and get this chance to be able to, Alabama, they're going to play it next Monday. They're good. Don't get me wrong, offensively, but they're not a great defensive team. So they're going to score. They're going to score points, and Ohio State's going to score points too. So you get into a shootout situation, you never really know what's going to happen. But like I just think that that showed a lot in him. His testicular fortitude, wrestling term. He wanted to come back and deal with it
too. If that would have been a bad game for him.
Yeah, he's a second round pick.
They're talking about
that would have knocked him down.
State. I don't think he was going to come back.
Yeah,
they were talking shit about.
He's going to be a second or third, or a late first round,
early second. Yeah, they were talking all kinds of shit about every Ohio State quarterback because of what happened with Mr. Haskins and the Washington football team. So it was a bad couple of days. Everybody was just open season on Ohio State. They're going to lose. Yeah, they're this or that. So
Ohio State hate is real. Of
course.
Alabama is Notre Dame is number one in hate. Alabama's number two.
Yes.
But number three.
We might be number three.
Is Ohio State.
And please, college football people, stop putting Notre Dame in these situations. They don't have the talent. It's so clear. Like every time y'all do this happens. Like every time they make it to this game or the playoffs or even a January 1st bowl game when the talent is there, they don't have it. It's just done. Like Notre Dame it's a name, and I know why they do it, and it's it's history, blah 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 blah. But come on, man, this is an embarrassing loss after embarrassing loss at this point.
But
they don't have the athletes.
That name equals money, and it's all about one of these. It's more about the money than it is the game, almost.
Correct. Yeah, but they weren't. Talent. They weren't talented enough. In Clemson, we beat Clemson. Well, without their quarterback, and you barely won at home.
At home. That's why.
And so when the rematch, you got absolutely destroyed. Like,
and
how
they got stomped.
Make you a playoff team? So just stop doing it. Please stop doing it. So Monday night they get Alabama again. Offensive weapons everywhere. Really, really.
First round draft picks everywhere.
They got everything.
Picks. So
every year
it'll be interesting. Again, 6 years ago,
it's gonna be a challenge.
Nobody gave Ohio State a chance to win that game against Alabama 6 years ago.
Nope.
Nobody was thinking Ohio State was going to win that game, and that turned into a freaking stomping. So I don't anticipate that. Maybe Sermon runs for another 200 yards or something like that. It's a real possibility. They can shorten the game by running it because giving it back to Alabama on offense is going to wind up.
Yeah,
they're going to score points. Like you can't keep letting them get possessions because they're going to score. So
pretty much, regardless
with that part.
And Nick Saban, the South remembers because Nick Saban is like, I remember y'all motherfuckers at 2014. And
expect no mercy.
Coach's poll too.
I saw that.
Zeke's still running. Zeke's still running. Nah.
Yes.
Let's get back to the Bengals, y'all. Get into the third quarter out of the tournament. It's draft season, y'all. Bengals are locked into the 5th pick.
Houston's beating Tennessee.
Oh, right? Okay.
They came back?
35.
Oh, my God.
35-31. How much time to go?
too much.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that'll be fine.
And-
Well, if they hold on to win, then we're picking fourth.
We got a
Fourth.
top 5 pick.
Yeah, it's still top 5 pick. If they lose,
they're doing no worse than fifth. So
yeah, they're nowhere
maybe
worse than
highest
fifth.
four.
So so there's that. Now the chances of them getting was this Senny Puel or whatever, it's probably still good even at 5 because more than likely Jacksonville's obviously taking quarterback. The Jets will probably take a quarterback, and even if they don't, somebody will probably trade with them to come up to get a dang on quarterback.
Somebody will. Yeah.
Probably the biggest threat in those picks to that pick is probably the Dolphins, who has Houston's pick. Yeah, they have Houston's
if they
pick.
pick before us, yes.
Yeah, they
got Tua.
Yeah, well, the way Tua played today, they might want to look at a quarterback as well. So, holy cow, he was bad.
He was trash today. It was a bad game.
Yeah, he was super trash. I think the moment got to him. Definitely butt tight moments.
Right.
Like he still may fall to them at 5. It's still the pre-draft process. This dude hadn't played in a year. I think he's only 20 years old. I mean, there's so much going on with that particular situation. So
right.
I mean, what do you do here? Do you go out and sign like a right tackle?
No.
You go out and sign a right tackle in free agency.
And free agency.
And you have Jonah at left tackle, and then you draft it. You can draft a guard later, not at 5, obviously, and then you can take BPA Hutch. Jamar Chase.
It's going to be best player available.
The tight end out of Florida, maybe.
I saw. I mean, I've seen some things where they say they're going to take the LSU wide receiver to put him with Burrow.
Yeah, Chase.
Chase.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
a lot of people got him high.
We need a lot of stuff.
Well, what about Alabama's wide receiver, Devontae Smith? I mean, shoot, he's not terrible either.
I'm a little afraid of Bama, but still, they do have some good players.
Wide receivers have been
wide
receiver at this point. Actually,
I think the receivers are going to be fine. The problem is we're going to throw 3 or 4 yard hitches to him or whatever wheel routes. Because that's the only time he's going to have.
Can't drop back. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be shoot into having to get a tackle. I mean, so you don't get Sewell, you end up getting somebody else, and that mofo turns into kid roller skates number 2 or something like that because the Bengals can do it. Yeah, drafting too high. That's what I'm afraid of. I mean, Sewell's worth the pick, but I don't think any of them other linemen are, not for tackle anyway.
Well, I mean, that's the trade down scenario. You drop out of 5 and get some other picks. Because, again, there's somebody that's going to be quarterback hungry between Fields,
5, you can still
Sunshine, and the quarterback from BYU.
BYU.
Yeah.
And there was one more.
Because the Falcons are in that list, too. They're looking for a quarterback for the future. And obviously, the 2 teams at the top.
Mm-hmm. I think they're getting Fields. There'll be a hometown thing with them. So I don't know if the Jets don't take him. Who knows what the Jets?
Hudson's gonna say what I'm thinking. Go ahead and say
it. They are gonna take Fields. I think.
You think so?
I think they are. Well,
it just seems like it's a match.
Because they're trying to. The Falcons are trying to win the social battle, or Atlanta's trying to win the social battle, and the sports teams are also trying to win the social battle.
Mm-hmm.
And the social battle for them is, hey, let's get a black quarterback. Trey Young. I mean, they're trying to be this. They're trying to do it through color.
Yeah,
and
that'd be interesting to see.
Let's see how that
I had the opposite thought. I had the opposite thought. I was like, I don't think that they're gonna dip back into the black quarterback pool. Like, I just think the Vic thing burned them so hard that they just won't do it. Now, again, there's nothing in anything that dude has ever done that make you think that he has any sort of association with Mike Vick's upbringing or anything like that.
Fighting.
Yes, I don't think there's anything in there. He is like
nobody
a respectability quarterback, but I just don't.
In him, but not
dog
fighting.
I don't know. I mean, I'm at Georgia's hometown or his home state or whatever, but maybe you don't want to go back. I know he don't want to go to the Jets. I don't think anybody wants to go there.
Who would?
And the
like
Jets,
going to the Bengals.
And the Jets definitely ain't drafting no black quarterback. So they'll take the kid from BYU or the kid from Florida who really kind of messed up his draft status the other night.
That's the kid, the kid from Florida. But he ain't going top.
Trash.
10 now,
No,
maybe.
he
Yeah.
definitely screwed up
Yeah.
his chances
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he's done. Yeah.
I really think that the Bengals should draft a tackle at that spot or
They
drop
need
down
it.
and get one, and then just
They need
address the other line situations in free agency because guards are cheaper, basically. Try to
And
find you a guard.
There's still
see,
$10 to $12 million for an
understood, and you
one.
a
have
good guard. Yeah.
yeah, but you have Xavier Suafilo, who's not very good, and then Michael Jordan has turned into a freaking
No,
head. I don't know if he's a head case or whatever.
He needs to be released.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, geez,
And
it's only his third year. It's his third year. So, but I'm saying, well, play that
one
game.
more year, you
Right.
get from
playing
somebody else, you get a damn pension, but not.
Yeah,
from
I
us.
understand. I'm just saying, like, I think guards are easier to find and cheaper, but
They are,
like those tackles,
generally.
like, yeah, just
You need a
tackles is
center
so much
too
more
while you're
different.
at it.
Yeah,
Tackles get the money.
He gets a pass.
And
You're right, Hutch. Yeah, he is getting a pass. He gets a large pass, and he's not very good.
Right.
He's adequate,
I mean,
but nobody else is. So I mean, you ain't gonna disturb the one good thing you got on the line right now, next to maybe what's his name on the left tackle. But
is he good?
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. He's finished the year on injured reserve as well.
He don't impress me either.
I think he's adequate, but I mean, he's been thrown into a bad situation. It's a bad line. I mean, everybody looks bad if
with a bad
on a line like that. Yeah, and a bad coach. A bad line coach and a bad head coach.
And then you wind up switching Jonah to right tackle, which he's never played, and then this Sewell dude to left. I don't think that's a great idea either. That dude's never played right tackle.
Are you sure? I thought he played right tackle at Alabama.
Maybe. Okay.
Jay.
I don't know.
That's terrible stuff. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, the Bengals' first round draft picks got such a freaking curse on them. Like, was he going to play 7 games?
Is he going to play his first season?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They got to fix the line, though. I mean, I'm not saying anything like that. That's an immediate need. And
they need to sign 2 or 3 linemen, or draft a combination
and there's going to be
it.
some money freed up here to pursue things in free agency if that's what they choose to do, which is the game we're about to play here momentarily. So I'm honestly I'm at BPA. I really think that they're going to address the line issues in free agency, and they might take the Pitts like kid from Florida or the wide receiver from one of those schools. Like, I really think that they might give him a piece to keep him happy.
Oh, by the way, cornerback is a damn mess on this team too, because William Jackson the third. William Jackson the third, bro.
Yeah, we're about to play it. We're about to play. We're good. We're about to play.
All right.
So let's get to the fourth quarter and play our game again. It's called Bye Nigga. Who has played their last games for the Cincinnati Bengals? I will give you a name. You will tell me if they're staying, and if you don't think they're staying, you will just say bye, nigga, because they ain't staying here with the Bengals no more. All right, so as much as I hate to do it, and we'll just jump it off the top, I already know everybody's answers. I don't even know why I'm saying this. AJ Green.
It's sad. Bye, nigga. Bye. He's gone. No catches today. None.
Yeah, and I think no catches in 3 of the last 8 or 7 games. So yeah,
and healthy. I mean, one game was hurt.
Allegedly, but yes,
allegedly.
Yeah.
So So he came. I mean, his stat for this year is like what 40. I can look.
You don't think he had that many catches?
I think he got 40 something.
I don't even know if he has that. Really, he's got some.
I would say like maybe 32 catches, probably for like 300 yards, something crazy like that.
Trying to bring it up, yeah, but he can't stay. He would be in a diminished role if he was here, and I don't think he wants to do that here.
Right.
Not here.
He got. I mean, I think before today's game. Well, it is today's game because he didn't get no catches. So he had 47 receptions all year.
Oh, well, okay.
That's more than I thought.
More than I thought too. Yeah.
I think he had about 4 targets today. He had like 100. That's 102 targets for 523 yards.
Woo, God, damn!
That's
not for a
as
rookie.
terrible as I thought it was. It seemed worse.
For a
It
rookie,
seemed
though,
worse.
I mean, that wouldn't be very good. I mean, Jesus.
Well, yeah, our
Like
rookie,
I don't
30,
know.
rookie,
like 30
shoulda-
something, 33, 34 yards a game.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
but
not
that's
good.
not the name of the game. That's hey stats. What's the name of the game, sir? AJ Green.
Bye, nigga. Hey, there's $1 on the floor. Oh, really? Where? That's me kicking him in the ass. Get out!
Oh man,
That's awful.
Damn.
Him
Why you
leaving
do
frees up about $18 million in salary cap space. There's just no way that he comes back.
Right.
It's
No.
just no way.
You
There's
no
You gotta
way.
go sign a line. You gotta go sign a
Yeah.
lineman with that money. You can get
Yeah,
somebody with
or
that.
sign 2 linemen with that money. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, that mofo.
Yes.
I mean, I do love him. I'm going to miss him. I know he's
Yeah.
going to be like revenge, and he will. We'll see him at least once next year. I don't know. He's going to be on somebody's team that we going to
He'll
play.
be somebody. Yeah,
Right.
and they'll beat us.
Jet,
But yeah.
somebody like that. He got a name still. He gonna get one of them 2-year, $10 million deals, and he'll be on somebody's team. We will see him. Jacksonville.
Yep.
Jacksonville.
One of them
Oh.
teams.
Yeah, that's what I
Awful.
had too.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. There's no way. All right.
No.
Tennessee about to win now. Damn it.
No.
Yeah,
boo.
Did they get score a touchdown?
They're on the goal line.
Boo.
Tennessee's on the goal line.
Yeah, that's not gonna end well.
With a under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, AJ,
Okay.
everyone, I mean, somebody was talking earlier about AJ being the best wide receiver on the Bengals all time. He didn't break none of Ocho's records.
He needed one catch to get the touchdown record or whatever, and whatever the hell, I don't know. He didn't
get none of them.
He didn't get it. That's all I know.
He didn't get him. So I mean, he might have had the most talent ever, and he should have had it. Because like I said, he's only got about 5 touchdowns in the last 4 years.
Yeah, but I mean,
4
it's all
years.
been
Yeah.
injuries. It hasn't been anything other than injuries. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
Yeah.
injuries, bad quarterback play. You know,
real bad quarterback play.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
bad coaching, whatever.
Oh yeah, we got that forever. Yeah.
It all adds up to he'll get the 20% discount for just like first responders at the Hall of Fame because he ain't gonna have no bust in there.
That's terrible.
What Hall of Fame?
Well, the Pro
College
Football
football.
Hall of Fame.
The real Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
ain't going. Right. There is gonna be no Ring of Honor for him because we ain't got
We
one.
don't have one.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody else be wearing 18 next year.
That's awful
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Somebody will get cut probably too. So yeah.
No.
Right. So
It's terrible. Yeah.
right. It's bad.
But-
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. All right.
Bye.
Let's do it again. I don't know if I fully understand the answer to this one though. Geno Atkins.
What's up?
He's been injured already. He's been on injured reserve, had a bad shoulder this year. Probably shouldn't have played at all. That's not the game. Geno Atkins, his salary next year is set to be around $14 million.
Woo! Damn.
Is
that his last year?
No, he's
Is
still
that his
has
last-
another one after that.
Damn, he still got another year after that. Jesus Christ.
So
If that mother blanker is still here next year, he banging Katie.
That's not terrible, by the way.
Right.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Bye, nigga.
I gonna go with the opposite route here. You cannot.
Cannot what?
You can't. He's
Yeah.
a part of whatever leadership that you have on that team. If you lose him and Carlos, since you've already lost Carlos, hold on. You already lost Carlos. There is no leadership, like veteran leadership on the defensive line at that point. So
there's no one else.
He gets the veteran contract. I think that he stays. Sandman.
I got to go with the producer. I think he has to come back. Yeah, he's going to come back one more year.
I'm saying he will be back.
I'm not saying I want him back either, but I'm just telling you, I think that you know how the Bengals are with he was hurt.
Loyalty.
We'll bring him back another year. Loyalty, Mike Brown, he's going to come back one more year.
Dad,
one more year.
Y'all are both on that quality shit. Are y'all sniffing the aliens fucking saucer fumes? That motherfucker's got to go.
Oh my God.
I'm not arguing. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Look, that's 30. That's $14 million for somebody that might play.
Yeah,
they might see it that way. And more power to them if they do. But I understand that they value people. They value AJ, but I think he's gone, and they value Geno. He's one of the last. One of the last leaders on the team,
And a lot of this will depend on if Taylor gets run. If he doesn't, Geno's gone. It's by nigga for sure. Because he's not everybody saw what happened with Carlos. He's gonna get cut. He's probably asked for a trade or he's gonna get cut. So I think if there's a new coach that comes in, he probably stands a chance of staying, especially if it wind up, he has a chance. But the rest of it, absolutely not. No chance. If there's a new coach, he's gone. He's gone for sure. If Zack Taylor's back, he's gone.
Hey,
yeah.
You're not paying $14 million. You're not going. How many times you gonna get the football pulled from you, yo? Good gravy, man. You're
not saying
your three veteran players on the defense gave you no sacks. Or I'm sorry, Carlos Dunlap gave us one.
I didn't know it was even one, but
Right, I think
he was the one that was short of the Bengal record. He's balling in freaking Seattle, by the way.
When Carlos motivated as a demon, man.
Well, and I think he didn't.
And that's another reason for boy to get run too.
Yeah, but he just didn't want to pay for that. He didn't want to play for them, that coach. I get it. So
they treated him like shit. They kind of disrespected him. Yeah,
but you know what? That's another thing too. If Dunlop goes deep into the playoffs and that mofo is with a damn the Super Bowl trophy in 4 weeks, he gonna be like, hey, I got this shit. What you got in fucking Cincinnati?
No.
You need to revolt, nigga.
Yeah.
Nat Turner, this bitch. Nat Turner.
Nat Turner.
Yes.
That's awful. All right, let's try another one then. No, we all know this one. Bobby Hart, he's a free agent. He stole $14 million from the Bengals the last 2 years. That's a buy nigga for sure. There's no planet on infinite Earth that he gets brought back to the Bengals. Not a chance.
Man.
If that Bobby Hart, I'm sorry, Sandman, you want to go first?
I'll just say, put that mofo in an ejection chair, fire him out of a cannon to get him out of here. I don't know something, but he got to go.
He's got to go.
Bye, nigga. Bye. Get out. out. Get out.
Don't get out. Get the hell out.
Yeah, you gotta go
much
home,
better. I like that.
You gotta get out of here. Yeah,
even better. I like that.
But you know what? Bobby Simply Red Heart. I keep holding on. Get the hell out.
I was trying to figure that out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. $7 million freed up by letting Bobby Hart go.
Man.
Yeah. It'll.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thousands of Bengal hearts and souls.
Now these two, I think, are going to be the toughest ones based on position need or whatever.
Mike Brown,
William Jackson the third. No, William Jackson the third.
That is a tough one. That's
William Jackson the third, cornerback. He's free agent.
Mm-hmm.
He just finished off his rookie deal. You saw your life with no cornerbacks today, but it didn't matter because they couldn't run everybody, so it didn't really matter. But you saw that life today with the Mackenzie Alexander wasn't even playing today. So the Tony Browns and the whoever else is out there playing corner.
LaShawn Sims.
LaShawn Sims. Yeah.
AKA the new AKA
yeah.
the new Toast.
Yeah.
The new Rod the Toast Jones, that mofo.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you saw what that was like today. You know, they had signed the cornerback from Minnesota last year, whose name is escaping me, the one they signed to a 3-year contract.
Them motherfuckers is they're cornerbacks in name only.
What's his name again?
They have been practicing fucking safe distancing all year.
I mean, it's just it is what it is, honestly. But
they ain't got no corners though.
They have no corners. So
we have no defense. I mean, other than Bates, the rest
Bates,
of that team,
and maybe Bell, maybe. Throwing the ball.
Step on our logo, please.
Yeah, motivating.
But I mean, them two mofos, the rest of them are. I mean, your best defensive lineman might be Sam Hubbard.
Yeah. But you cannot. That'll get to the one that's going to be out. You cannot let William Jackson go. You have no cornerbacks. You have no cornerbacks. You
don't have one with him either.
But he was better.
He was getting lit up like a star all year.
He's better.
I see way too much in the back of his jersey.
Yeah.
Okay,
but he's better than the scrums they got though that are starting.
And it's also a part of the whole glove situation here. If you can't rush the passer, which they can't,
no,
they can't.
It don't matter if Dion is out there. You just can't. They can't. So I'm just saying, like, you got it. He has to come back. He has to come back. Give him that. You can't say goodbye to him. Now he may want to say bye to you, and you might have to franchise him or something. But you can't let him go.
You franchise. If you franchise him, hey, look, when we had a decent team, which actually we never had with him, but he can't. I mean, he's not very good, yo. Really, he's not
better than what they got.
Which is nothing.
Then you're gonna have to draft a rookie then at 5 or trade down to get one.
You're gonna a rookie corner, or you sign somebody that you think is decent.
Man,
you know how much money
cornerback. There's gonna be more money you can sign him for.
Exactly.
He sucks. That's the problem.
That's because you don't got no pass rush to help him. I don't get it. There's no
pass rush, but there's no cornerback play either. He sucks.
William Jackson is back. I can't say goodbye to him.
I think they have nobody. You're not wrong, Hutch, again, but they have nobody if they let him walk out the door. And this is assuming he wants to come back. He might want to test
he might not want to come back.
And get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, he may say bye to the Bengals.
Yeah. So there's no they're going to offer him something.
If that's a fight, then this one's about to be a freaking knockdown drag out there. Carl Lawson.
Oh, Lord. It's the same situation.
He had
they got nobody
9.5 sacks as a rookie. Then he had, he got injured. Then he had whatever sacks last year. And I think he had 5.5 this year. I don't know how much money that's allegedly worth. But to me, 5.5 sacks shouldn't be getting you no big-ass contract. It should get you an average contract, which is average.
Yeah.
But it seems like, people are thinking he's going to get, if he hits, if he goes on the market, he's going to get this big-ass deal. And I'm like, for what? I mean, this year he did prove that he could play 3 downs. He played against the run or whatever. Maybe not great. Still probably not his best use. Probably should be a pass rush specialist only for the most part. But he is what he is at this point. But to me,
they got nobody else.
They have nobody else. So
I mean,
what are you saying, man? You think he stays, goes, or bye, nigga? Go find your money someplace else.
They've let things go so badly. They don't have anybody else. Carlos is gone, and Hubbard. I can't think of the boy's name. On the other side, Sam Hubbard. He's a second a second rusher. He's not a primary rusher. He's the guy that helps you finish it off. He's not a primary guy, and he's not going to get shit if he's by himself. Oh God, they might even bother to double team him. They'll just put their best
Put
Just put the
Casper on
tackle on it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
That tight end.
and that'll be it. Yeah, they're gonna. I mean,
Casper.
at least I
Lawson.
can't think of his name either. Yeah, Lawson. At least he gets pressures. Nobody else even does that. That's how bad this damn D-line is, man. They can't afford to let him go either.
It's bad.
So no, I think he's coming back.
I think the team as a whole had 14 sacks.
Maybe if they were lucky.
9.
I don't even know if they got that
11,
many.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Awful.
As a
That's
team.
terrible. That's terrible.
Did they get a sack today? I don't remember him.
Probably not.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think
Why
he
would
got-
when did they drop
sacked.
back the pass when you're running it for 400 yards?
Shoot, what the hell would you ever? Yeah, exactly.
And we
I
gave
ain't
up
ban that
how
shit off
many
left and
sacks?
right.
So do you bring him back? Because they have no pass rush, clearly. With
And
Geno,
you ain't rebuilding all these damn positions with one draft.
with Geno
I'm sorry.
compromised this year, with Carlos unmotivated to be there, you had
And
nothing.
hurt.
So now you're going to bring back don't bring back Geno. You don't bring back Carl Lawson. That leaves you with Sam Hubbard, Mia Khalifa, who they drafted last year. And then again, you're stuck with having to draft somebody or sign somebody in free agency. And again,
you're going to be desperate, and then you're going to reach for
Yeah,
somebody.
you're going to reach for somebody, and then that's when
because
you
they've
get
done it
yourselves
before.
into more trouble. Yeah, for sure. So
yeah,
Hutch,
they can't afford
you
it.
bring Carl Lawson back?
You probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
If
That's
you
a
had to
yes.
choose between the two, Carl Lawson or William Jackson?
Carl Larson.
Yeah. Probably Lawson. Lawson.
Yeah, I'm bringing back Willow. Yeah, I can't pay. I can't overpay for 5 sacks, man. I just can't. I'm not overpaying for 5 sacks.
You thought they bad this year, man. Whoo, God, no. Imagine never
5
getting a
sacks.
sack.
We saw that what happened with Michael Johnson. He had like 11 sacks, and he got overpaid in Tampa.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not overpaying for 5.5
and
sacks.
they let him go.
And they let him go. Because we knew
they
that
were right
wasn't
because
who
he came
was.
back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'll take Willow if I had to choose between the two.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
I'm gonna throw one.
That's electrocution or firing squad.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw one curveball at you. I think Jesse Bates is maybe up for his contract as well. He might have one more year left, but they got to re-sign him. I mean, dude didn't make the Pro Bowl. He might wind up being on the All-Pro team, though. I mean, it's just
so if somebody else will sign him. Somebody else will sign him.
Yeah,
so
you gotta let him test free agency.
You got
deal.
That's a contract. You got to give that boy a contract. Yeah, he's the only star defensive player they got probably.
All right, this is gonna be weird because I don't think it'll happen, but it could. And again, it might depend on who they bring in, blah 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 blah, who stays. Even though they just signed him, Joe Mixon.
You know, man,
making $12 million next year.
Running
backs you shouldn't overpay for anyway, and he's never really lived up to what we thought he was going to be.
Exactly.
So I don't know what the salary cap ramifications would be if you cut or trade him.
He's
at this
gonna
point.
stay.
Yeah.
But he's stealing money though.
I will move on for him, man. That damn contract, he is not that valuable. You can get you a better, I ain't going to say better, but you can get you a decent running back.
Yes.
Adequate running back and get at least 4 yards of crack if you got a decent offensive line in front of him in the first place, which you should have. So yeah, I would move on for him.
How does Gio be running for all these yards with less talent, allegedly?
That's a good damn question.
Every time I see that, I'm like, man, Gio gets yards and always be falling forward.
Man, is it because he hits the hole harder or what is it? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Mixon's not good between the tackles. And we
he
got
dances.
blocking in front of him.
Yeah, he dances.
He dances too much instead of hitting the hole.
There's no hole there usually anyway, but he's light in the ass and he's indecisive and he can't take a hit. So
I also think he was Yeah, he's always trying to break one too. Like he thinks like every time, like every
trying to hit
throw
a
is
home
gonna
run.
be like a home run. Like instead of just
Yeah.
man, give me 4 yards and second and 6. Yeah, I think
and get up
there
after
could
you
be.
get hit.
Yeah, like I just think there's gonna be something there. Like again, depending upon that, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of shenanigans there.
He just got the extension this year.
I know he just got it. I know,
but
that would be too damn. If you do that shit, you ain't getting no FAs of worth. Not that we get any anyway. And I mean, you're gonna catch Hades from the NFLPA, all the other owners. You're gonna be like,
why? There's other people that sign people to contracts and cut them.
Yo cheap. I mean, they're gonna be like, y'all cheap ass mother blankers. How y'all gonna give him this fucking contract and then yank the shit?
That would be bad.
Life in the NFL.
Yeah.
Man. Life in
I mean, it has happened before. Like
the Titans won, man.
Running back.
On a shank field goal.
On a shank field goal to the last second.
Yep.
Houston actually had tied it up with like 13 seconds left, and they still fucking went downfield and won. God, man.
Next coach, Marvin Lewis.
Number 5.
Yeah.
We're number 5.
We are locked in.
Number 5, locked in.
We're number 5.
All right.
Lock it in.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a receiver to me, or a tight end.
That's a trade back.
Well,
Again, it'll be it'll depend on who the coach is. And again, it winds up being a situation to me that if, and I think I said this on the last podcast or whatever, the one of the more obvious choices would be Eric Bieniemy, only because of, he's an offensive coach and all of that. But you can't hire him because you can't hire another dude that has no coaching experience. You cannot do it. Like if they were going to do it, it should have happened 2 years ago.
They should have picked Bieniemy. Yeah.
Yep.
And they messed up and picked him.
Right,
yeah.
Hutch.
And there's all these rumors. Bieniemy apparently is not he hasn't done well in interviews because he's been interviewing for the last couple years and he ain't got picked up yet.
It had to be a reason.
Every black candidate, though. It's why they use that as an excuse for every black candidate that they're not good at an interview.
That's true too.
Now, actually, though, that Raheem Morris for the Falcons, that mofo can talk his ass off. Unfortunately, he can't coach for shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have some kind of ability, sometime. Yeah.
His ass might wind up being a DC here, so stop saying his Beetlejuice name.
Beetlejuice. No, not the third time.
Nope.
Don't say it 3 times.
Don't do
Candyman, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, look, I think our magic scenario would be not magic, but if Zack Taylor brought back that they bring back like Zim or something to that effect, just if he gets run, which he's gonna get fired, and bring him back.
He's got an extension too.
But it don't matter. Other teams don't operate like that. They fire. They like, hey, we just push the money off. I know the Bengals don't because they don't have the cash flow or whatever. But
they don't have money. They don't have the money.
McCarthy should get fired in Dallas.
Yeah. Who?
Yes.
McCarthy.
He ain't getting
fired. He ain't getting fired.
He's just been there. Has he been there 1 year? This is his first year, right?
He's been there 1 year.
Because
he got his.
It's Jerry.
No,
it's Jerry Jones.
Quarterback killed.
Yeah, no, because it is Jerry Jones, who is very much Trump-like in his existence as well. I did you a favor, and I can manipulate the hell out of you. So yeah, I'm gonna manipulate the hell out of you. Yeah, you're good because I can manipulate you and whatever. How you brought Jason Garrett around all them years when they weren't any good?
But here's the thing that Jerry Jones is experiencing and the coach here in the Falcons experiencing. Them motherfuckers is old and their times is getting short. They need to win.
True. They're trying to win now.
The Grim Reaper did it.
Yeah, no, agreed. I hear you. But yeah, they got to pay their quarterback, so that's probably a bigger issue at this point for them than anything else. To pay Dak, well, now they're gonna get a Dak count, a Dak discount.
If I'm Dak, I'm getting the hell out of there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. let's get it into the end of the game and in the tunnel, swinging around the AFC North. All the teams are in the playoffs except the Bengals. That's pretty much it. Playoff matchups.
That might get old boy fired too.
Yeah,
that could really get him fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The playoff
that's ugly.
matchups, have they been set, the playoff matchups, since everything is, except for the NFC, because do we know who won the East yet? This depends on if the Eagles or whoever wins tonight.
Right, yeah, that's tonight's game.
Yeah, that's
whoever
tonight,
wins,
yeah.
Whoever
wins.
Well,
Okay, so
either Washington goes or Dallas goes.
Okay, so what's the playoff matchups in the AFC then?
The AFC is Pittsburgh.
Chiefs.
Buffalo plays the Colts.
Got that? Are y'all sure?
I'm trying to pull it up now.
Okay.
They showed it.
Nobody has a damn breakdown of it. Damn it! Where's it at?
Buffalo should be playing if the Buffalo.
The only one team is. Yeah, the only one team is off now. The Chiefs are the only team that gets to bye.
Right.
So
right.
2 seed. So they should be playing the Colts because their Colts were 7, I believe. And so that means, and so the number 3 seed is Pittsburgh. They get to play Cleveland.
Yeah, I think it's
a
rematch.
And
it's in Pittsburgh.
It's in
Pittsburgh. Yeah, but that doesn't really mean as much anything now because there's really no home.
There's no fans. Yeah.
No fans. So
that's true.
And then who's 4 or 5?
Then 4 and 5 is the
Tennessee versus
Baltimore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Titans, Baltimore.
Rematch too.
Right. They're all rematches.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, so again, one AFC North team is for sure going to advance. I mean, Cleveland was life or death today to beat the backups for Pittsburgh in Cleveland, no less. So
barely won.
We'll see how that
backups.
Goes. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But hopefully they end in a freaking 3-3 tie for all I care, and everybody gets hurt.
Killer though, man. Look at all. Look, this is a killer, man. This is a killer.
Who?
You get okay. So the best quarterback in the AFC is Mahomes, without a doubt.
Yes.
The second best quarterback is Roethlisberger.
Nah, not now. I don't.
Who would be two?
Well, that kind of goes to
my
point. Who's number 2?
Allen in Buffalo. I mean, he played really well.
Trust that
he might be, dude. They might wind up in second in MVP at this point.
They put it on Miami today, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody that's halfway decent could put it on Miami.
No, I think it's Allen and then maybe Roethlisberger.
He is very underrated, man.
Yeah, at this point,
he's pretty good. And Roethlisberger is diminished.
That mofo is Andy Dalton part 2.
Well, I said this to my son. And I said this to my son earlier today too, and it's going to make the speech that I was going to say anyway. It's the same thing that Josh Allen at this point. You got to do it in the playoffs. Because he had such a shitty performance last year. So you can be great in the regular season, but can you win games? And that's really going to be what happens to Lamar Jackson at this point. And Lamar Jackson Jackson and Baker Mayfield, the Ravens and the Browns are going to be faced with a decision here in the offseason about paying those quarterbacks. I mean, are you ready to pay Lamar Jackson $40 million? Because that's really the running cost for a quarterback at this point.
Woo, boy, you better be able to do that.
If you didn't want to pay it to Dak, I'm certainly not paying it to Lamar Jackson, and I certainly wouldn't pay that much money to Baker Mayfield either. Are you nuts?
Hell no.
Let's keep it real. Roethlisberger's on that list too.
But he's already
old, and he got
skins in the game. But he got skins in the game at least in 2 freaking Super Bowls.
Right, but
those 2 ain't got anything.
Are you paying for the past? You paying for the future?
But you always pay for
past performances. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that you pay for past performances. He just
you gonna pay all right. You get your ass fired.
He just came off elbow surgery and wound up winning what? They won 12 games. 13 games. 12. They were 12-4.
12-4.
I hate the dude. Don't get me wrong, but he is what he is. So, but I'm not paying
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson or freaking Baker
I'm not
Mayfield
signing a
$40
long-term
million.
contract.
Neither one. Like, why would you do that for either? But because it's the cost of doing business in the NFL at quarterback anymore.
Yeah, they have to pay him. What are they going to do? Not pay him and let him walk?
You know how this is going to go. They're going to give Baker Mayfield like an open check. They're going to give him that money because he's white. Like, we all know how this is going to happen. And Lamar Jackson is going to have to freaking wash the owner's car and get dragged through the mud about all of his playoff inconsistencies.
For
that's
what's true.
To get his change. But what the hell has Baker Mayfield done?
Baker Mayfield should also he should catch the same hell.
But you know how that ain't gonna. You know that's not gonna happen. They're gonna give
him. You know what? I don't give. As a Bengal fan, if I see Baker Mayfield and if I see Lamar Jackson on the other side of the defense, we got a chance.
Yeah, and no, give them their coins because every time you pay a quarterback that money, you crush the rest of the team because you can't sign anybody else because the quarterback's making so much of your salary cap. So yeah, give them all their coins. I think for the Bengals, that's great. But as an organization franchise, I want Lamar to do well, not against us, but do you really trust them to beat the Titans with him?
I don't trust none of them. Every team except for
ain't throw the ball.
And Pittsburgh, actually, who they play? They can lose too.
They play the Browns again in Pittsburgh, in Cleveland.
They play Cleveland. No, it's in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is shaky. The Browns are shaky.
They're all shaky.
None of them. Shaky. They all got holes now. The Browns got serious holes.
Right. I mean, I hope
Pittsburgh, they got serious holes. Yeah, I mean,
I hope they all lose, but they can't. Apparently.
Neither one. You ain't got to worry about either one of them playing for a Super Bowl. Let me put it that way. They ain't even getting to the championship game.
No.
Yeah. And that's my other point, that the drop off from first to
from Mahomes
16
to Allen
on the AFC side.
It's a big drop right now.
Yes,
it's a big drop.
No, I agree.
Fast, and that's where hopefully Mr. Burrow can fit.
Yeah,
if they protect his ass, I think he could be number 2.
Yeah,
I really do.
I was telling my son that's why you can't that's why Marvin can't get a job like now. Like he's just too old.
He's too old school.
He's going to try to run the ball 35 times a game when you really need to score 35 points. And it's not going to work.
And he don't believe in halftime adjustments.
You can't give him Deshaun Watson, who is a new school quarterback, and be like, all right, well, no, we're not doing any of that. I'm just going to drop back and do whatever.
With no receivers either.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the worst place for him to go. Or it'll be the worst coach for Deshaun Watson.
And the Texans.
You know. And even when you wind up in Detroit, if Matthew Stafford is still there, it would be bad there too.
Stafford.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's telling him to go.
But anyway, we should be. The Bengals should be top 8 in the AFC or They shouldn't be in the bottom 8 with their quarterback to stay up all year.
Right.
Well, let's wrap it up then. So we'll be back with y'all. I mean, we probably should have just waited till tomorrow since Zack Taylor got fired. It's a possibility. But we'll be back shortly after all the culling, because that's gonna happen. There definitely is going to be some heads going to roll tomorrow.
It's gonna be pretty bloody down there at Paul Brown.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's some shit on ESPN right now about people like home for sale.
Yeah, exactly. Just stay tuned. We'll do our best. Hush, we need exit music. End of the season, yo.
I was going. Did we ever do "It's Over" by Loverboy?
I don't think so.
I don't remember many Loverboy requests on the channel. No.
It's over.
Nice. All right. So if you're listening on the audio only version of this, as Loverboy begins to play us out, I am the producer of this podcast.
That's the last time the Bengals were good.
Man, listen. You better find this podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, rate, review, subscribe, the whole thing. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, please leave a review. Y'all have been good about doing that. Had lots of listens near the end of last year before we took our hiatus. So again, I'm the producer and I'm signing off. Sandman, go ahead and sign off for the season.
For the season, it's been a long one, Bengals fans. We'll see.
Too long ones, man.
Too long, yeah.
Too long.
We didn't even we cut out half the season.
Both of them. I can't deal with that. I ain't got
me either.
Killing me like Mike Brown.
We will see y'all around the draft time. There'll be 1,000 mock drafts between now and then. We'll pray we get somebody that can help the team because it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's a long road. But
for sure,
we'll see when you see you. Yeah.
I think we're gonna be podcasting again probably really soon.
Yeah,
probably.
I see one before February for sure.
Yeah, I could definitely see some new hires somewhere where, either we'll be like, hey man, I can't believe they got him and they got to come coach the Bengals, or I can't believe they brought back Zack Taylor and then they found Jim Turner's naked stepchild someplace in Texas to come coach the offensive line. So it was like, oh yeah, well, we brought him in too because he was, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We'll see everybody on the other side. Peace.